The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks for watching us from around the planet today. A somber, grateful day in America. Veterans Day 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have served in the military, I applaud you. I cheer you. We are in a place of debt to you. We are in a place of gratitude for you. You not only protect the republic from enemies, you defend the rights that come to us from God, the right to vote, the right to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. All of our rights, you defend them. Thank you. Thank you for that. We talk a lot about this in my new book, Remaking the American Political System. You can get the book at my website, dougbillings.us. dougbillings.us, ladies and gentlemen. There's an option over there if you want to sign up for the website. I will mail you an autographed copy of the book. Click on the link, fill out the form, and I'll make it out, sign it, and autograph it to whoever you would like, including yourself. And I will go to the post office myself and mail it to you. Remaking the American political system is something that we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. The midterm elections, General Flynn and I will talk about that to a degree on this Veterans Day. There were lots of victories. Don't just focus on the headline races. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arizona, the federal House and the Senate level. Stop focusing only on those because the mainstream media, the rhinos and the Communist Socialist Party want you to focus there. Where the real wins were down ballot and across the republic. So far, and we're still counting, we've tallied up 194 wins. 194 wins last Tuesday against only 9 losses. States, secretaries of state, states attorneys general, states governors, school boards. It goes on and on and on. Winning, ladies and gentlemen, don't be dissuaded, don't be discouraged. It was a red wave. All of that and much more right now. Here we go with my friend on this Veterans Day 2022 with General Michael Flynn. Cheers.
Hey everybody, my name is General Mike Flynn, and I'm here to do a big shout out for my great friend and one of the best in the business, Mr. Doug Billings. Right side with Doug Billings, right side with Doug Billings. Doug is the future of the airwaves when it comes to independent broadcasters and podcasters. He is the new Rush Limbaugh. He's exactly what America needs right now, looking for honesty, looking for wisdom, looking for truth, looking for patriotism. Listen to Doug Billings at Right Side with Doug Billings. God bless you and God bless America, and thank you.
We are not liberal snowflakes who melt away in the face of tragedy, adversity, and challenge. We are a covenant nation under God, and His divine providence is not dead and it's not gone. It is living within each and every one of you. And you will bring it to life in such a way that the world has never seen before. We never back down. We never give up. We march forward.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Happy Veterans Day 2022. Is it appropriate to say Happy Veterans Day? We're going to ask General Flynn that. We memorialize, we remember everyone who has served in the military, especially those who have given their ultimate sacrifice on this day. And who better than to offer a tribute than my friend, General Michael Flynn. General, I said Happy Veterans Day. Maybe I shouldn't have, but we want to make sure that we remember these veterans, all of the United States branches of service, and I'm grateful that you've given me some time here today to talk to you about all of that.
Yeah, Doug, and first of all, thank you so much for having me on and to your great audience. And yeah, you're right about Veterans Day. We say Happy Veterans Day, but it's also a time of remembrance. It's a somber time. I'm actually up in my hometown, and one of the things that we will do today is we'll go visit a veteran cemetery where many of my relatives are buried. And I have not only my father, who was a World War II and Korea veteran, but I have, my brother still serves. I had another brother who also retired. Our family has been in wars since World War I for this country. My grandfathers both served. I had a grandfather that also served in World War II, as well as my father. So, we have a legacy in the Flynn family of service to this country. And Veterans Day is really a day of remembrance and a day to thank people and to be thankful as Americans for the sacrifices of hundreds of thousands who have given their very lives for our freedoms. And as we continue to struggle through this experiment in democracy as we are watching it, unfold, in some cases unravel, in other cases, after following these really interesting midterms, right? I mean, I call them interesting because there's so much happening, and people can take measure for however they want for what is happening. My thing is I really see my glass is sort of half full, and maybe it's because of my service in uniform, and I've seen so many tragic things happen in my military career and watched many friends who gave their lives. So on this great Veterans Day, I want people to remember, I want people to be thankful, I want people to understand that there is an extraordinary amount of sacrifice that led to us having this beautiful country. And in order for us to keep this country as this great constitutional republic, something that you talk about in your book, actually, Doug, and I would, I want to make sure that, there you go, right there, the American political system, right?
Right, remaking it. Yep.
Remaking the American political system. You talk about a lot of this in that beautiful book of yours. So I just want people to understand that going forward from today, from this great Veterans Day, as we remember everybody, remember the sacrifices, there will be more sacrifices, and there will be more perseverance, and there will be more resilience required from those who serve in our armed forces, but also I believe strongly from every single American citizen around this beautiful country of ours. Everybody knows that we are at risk. We have many, many challenges that we are going to be facing. We have just staggering problems across the spectrum of the economic system, really the human system. I mean, I say the human system when all of the kinds of things that are affected from narcotics, the scourge of narcotics, deadly narcotics on the streets of America, lack of security, 50 feet from our homes, with the defunding of police, this invasion going on our southern border, this horrific election system that we have, which is just totally broken. The American people have no confidence. So in order for us to rise above all this, Doug, we're going to have to get involved. And as you heard me say hundreds of times, local action equals a national impact, and I said it before the election. I'm going to continue to say it going forward. Every single American citizen, every single American patriot needs to stand up, step up, and speak up and get involved in this country like they've never been involved. The grassroots movement in this country, I think, just brought a massive victory to our country. And I know we have still a runoff in Georgia, but we're going to see a massive victory there too. So, I tell people, be steady, be resolved in who we are as Americans. Thank not only our veterans, but when you see service members, around the country that are still serving our country, they're in countries overseas, they're in harm's way right now. They allow us to sleep soundly at night by protecting the dark shadows of evil around the world, and we're going to need them. We're going to need them more than ever. So I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to come on. I really want to just say thanks to our veterans. Happy Veterans Day, and appreciate all that you continue to do for our country, to be a voice of independence and being your typical fearless, independent broadcaster on this in this great, when we need the voices out there, because our corporate fake news media is totally broken.
General, just a couple of comments before. I know your time is precious and you got to run and be with your family, as you should be on this very special day. The midterms, we look at the headline races. We look at Pennsylvania, we look at Michigan, we look at the House and Senate at a federal level. When we look at the state levels throughout this country with secretaries of state, attorneys general, governors, and state House and Senate seats, we won 194 races on Tuesday. We lost only 9. And the mainstream media and rhinos and factions of the Communist Socialist Party, only thing they cover are the Fetterman Oz race, the Michigan debacle, the Maricopa. There are problems, don't get me wrong, but if we're looking for hope, there really was a red wave, General. There really was.
It's huge. And also, I was down on election night with a group of in Collier County, Florida, down here in Naples. I was helping my friend, our mutual friend, Alfie Oakes, down here. We celebrated the victory of another school board, right? The overturning,
Amen.
complete overturning of another school board.
Yep.
And I loved it. I loved that local interaction. And that's down there at the Alfie Seed the table. We had a wonderful evening. We had a victory celebration. A lot of happy, a lot of good stuff.
I was watching that online. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And that to me is the essence of how we take this country back, is from the bottom up.
Right on.
And I love it. I love it when they, I want the left. They don't have any other way to do it. They continue to attack those of us, those sort of American citizens, us American patriots, us deplorables, us irredeemables, as the current occupant of the White House called us, chumps. Yeah. I love it when they do that, because all it does is it strengthens our resolve, and it makes us want to fight back at the local level. And when I saw this overturning of another school board, in this case in Florida, but it's happening across the country, we will continue to take this country back. We're not about to give it up. So I totally agree with you. And I appreciate the fact that you raised the numbers. I mean, the batting average, right? The batting average, you're talking, 200 victories, plus or minus, actually plus.
Yeah, we're still counting. Right.
More than 200 victories. And a few losses here and there. But I think that people don't count your chickens yet there. We still got some outcomes coming up here. And it's, but what is insane though, is that our country is supposedly the most innovative. We spend the most money on education. We got all these machines, all of this system in place for our elections, and we can't count goddamn paper ballots, in one night. I think that is embarrassing. It's beyond being third world. It's
right.
It's horrific. Actually, in some cases, they know because they don't want some of these people to win. They know it's criminal. There's criminal activities, I guarantee it, going on. And some of the victories that we are going to see, they will expose these criminals, and they will expose these criminal behaviors. So I served in our armed forces, and I served for our country for the better part of 3.5 decades of my life. And I didn't do it so somebody in some county, in some state, could steal the election. Right. I didn't do it for that. I did it so we could have a free and fair election system in our country, so we could have a beautiful, beautiful country, instead of this ugliness, that's this ugly underbelly of this establishment. Right. and this socialist takeover of the United States of America. It's just not going to happen, no matter how hard they try, Doug. It's just not going to happen.
I believe you. General, I promised you 10 minutes, and we're almost to that mark. Before I let you go, and again, just to close on this great day, the Veterans Day 2022, as you look back over your life, over your career as a military officer, a leader of men and women, is there any one thing that stands out in your life, in your service, as what you're most proud about when you think of veterans? Or if it's too impossible to think of one, what are a few of the most important things, the most precious things that you see and have seen throughout your career with regards to veterans?
Yeah, the most precious thing I've seen and experienced is the absolute love of the men and women that I served with, of each other. And I mean that. When the proverbial stuff hits the fan, right?
Yep.
And you have to turn to the man or woman on your left or your right. I mean, there is a sense of emotion, and it's really it's an element of love for each other to be able to achieve what most people can't even imagine is achievable. And so it's really those people that I serve with. That's of course over a lifetime of service. But that's one thing that I will always take with me, is just the people that I serve with, and I would embrace them. They continue to embrace me. I've heard from many of them today already, and I definitely appreciate that.
Good.
And then on the light side, it's jumping out of a perfectly good airplane with my friends in the 82nd Airborne.
Down in Fort Bragg. Amen, Rep. I spent some time there with some friends of mine. I've been there down to Fayetteville. Absolutely. Yep. I get you. Well, listen, hey, we'll see you at Nashville. We're going to be on the Reawaken America tour. We begin in January. Everybody, timetofreeamerica.com. Get tickets. Come and see the General and myself and many others out there on the stage. General, listen, get back to your family. Enjoy your visit to your hometown, and happy Veterans Day to you, sir. I'm grateful for your friendship.
Yeah, God bless you, Doug. God bless your audience, and God bless America. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so long for now. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.